Alright, here I got a battle versus Rick. You guys should know who he is. If not, then go check him out, Dangerous36m. He uploads some of the best shit out there right now, so yeah. My team's on the bottom. You can see that I'm running the standard shit I always do, and Rick has that Nidoking Hitmontop combination, which I faced before. I've actually faced that exact same team before, and yeah, they just fucking wrecks Latios, and yeah. I got a Latios on my team. I usually rely on that bitch to just destroy shit, but not with those guys around. I'm not gonna be doing too much. So yeah, he leads with a Bronzong. I lit off with Jirachi. I went straight for the U-turn just in case he might want to check if I'm the Scarf Jirachi fearing the trick, or even if he stays in, he still doesn't know what kind of Jirachi I am. Obviously, I'm not Choice Scarf because of my HP stat, but yeah. Go to Rotom, I know he could take whatever, then burn him, and then I go to this guy Gliscor, just trying to either set up or do some shit. I know Bronzong's not going to be able to do too much unless he runs HP Ice, and yeah, I just took a risk and hoped he didn't have HP Ice, but he switches so he doesn't. Goes to this guy, and this guy is fucking annoying. You can't really switch versus him because he'll just substall everything to death with that priority Leech Seed and substitute and shit, so yeah, I predict the switch to Heatran there, just because I thought the Ice Fang would be pretty obvious, but it is obvious, but Rick knows that he's going to be able to take an Ice Fang regardless, so it really isn't worth risking his Heatran just in case I do predict the Earthquake, which I did, but yeah, it didn't work out for me. It doesn't matter, it doesn't really matter too much, but yeah, whatever. So now I'm going to switch here because this is getting pretty boring. He could potentially stall me out of Ice Fang, and that would be kind of boring, and he was streaming this, so yeah. But anyway, he predicts my switch very nicely, goes for that Stun Spore or whatever the fuck it was, the Paralyze, and yeah, gets my Scizor paralyzed. I don't really care too much since it's not really meant to outspeed too much, and I do have the priority Bullet Punch. So he brings in this Heatran, and obviously I'm not gonna want to stay in there, and he knows this, so he predicts my switch to either Latios or that guy goes for the Dragon Pulse, and I feel behind. Anyway, shit happens. Bronzong is out here versus the Scizor. He could either stay in and get set up on or switch, but I should go for the Bug Bite since there's no point in setting up so early, since as long as he has his Heatran, I'm not going to be able to sweep him or do anything at all with Scizor. So yeah, this Heatran's kind of causing me a little problem, but yeah, Dragon Pulse is going to be enough to kill my shit off, but I'm pretty sure he's choiced or some shit, so I'm going to go into this guy and scare him out with the Choice Spec Surf. And he goes to his Bronzong, which should get 2-hit KO'd, but he decides to switch to his Latias, since he probably knows I'm the Choice Specs, and he could force me out with the Dragon Pulse and save his Bronzong for Death Fodder later, because you know Death Fodder is always useful. And he doesn't really mind the damage from Surf since he's running a Wish Protect variant. So yeah. Anyway, I stay in with Jirachi, just trying to get some Parahacks, and this turn right here completely fucked me up. I should have went for the Stealth Rock, but I was just hoping for a miss with the Fire Blast or whatever, but I didn't get it, or the Parahacks. So yeah, if I'd have went for Stealth Rock here, shit would have been a lot easier for me, but it's not gonna be. Well, he has this spinner also, so I don't know. Anyway, Jirachi dies. And I know Gliscor would take this guy all day long since he's a physical attacker, obviously. And I go for the Swords Dance just because I could, just in case he wanted to stay in for whatever reason. I could get +2. And I stay in here in Ice Fang simply because I know I could take any singular hit. But yeah, he switches out predicting me to go to Latios or some shit, I don't know. But Heatran comes in here, and I know I could take a hit from this guy either. Unless he was like Choice Specs with Overheat or some shit, that might not work out for me. But yeah, I kill off the Heatran, so now I just gotta hope I could sweep with the Scizor, since his Heatran is finally gone, and Scizor could do quite a bit of damage. All I gotta do is get through that Nidoking, which is probably the only thing that could stop the Scizor sweep. And yeah, I go for the Ice Fang here. He thought I'd switch out, but at this point I don't really need fucking Gliscor for anything. So Ice Fang does a hefty chuck to this guy, and I bring in my Scizor. Kind of wish I had U-turn or some shit right here, but I went for the Swords Dance, and I get Parahax, which is definitely gonna end up just destroying all my chances of winning. Even if I got the Swords Dance up, I needed to get close to max damage to be able to kill this Nidoking. So it probably didn't matter, but it would have made the battle a little bit more epic. But it was still a pretty good battle, as you can see. So yeah, I brought in Latios. Just I thought he'd go for the Sucker Punch, since usually Nidokings are like Life Orb with Sucker Punch and Ice Beam and all kinds of shit. So I went for the Trick just to stall out his Sucker Punch or some shit, but he switches out. So maybe he doesn't have Sucker Punch. I'm just being paranoid with all this UU shit that I don't really see too much, because most of the time people use lower tier shit is because they're fucking garbage. But Rick definitely knows what he's doing. So yeah, it's kind of surprising when someone uses lower tier shit and they actually know what they're doing. So yeah, this guy, I fucking hate that Hitmontop. It always just like, it keeps all of my shit in check, because I usually rely on the standard speedy shit that hits really hard, but it's kind of frail, like Latios and this Tornado, fucking Thunderose dude. And yeah, I can't take Sucker Punches from either of them. Can't take Sucker Punches, is what I meant to say. But I get kind of lucky right there, and he misses the Stun Spore. It's not gonna matter at all though, since he does have the Hitmontop with Fake Out and Sucker Punch. So that's gonna be the game. I think that was a 2-0 or 3-0. No, 2-0. Definitely a 2-0. So yeah, good game, Rick. For those of you guys that don't know, check him out like I said, and yeah, comment, rate, all that shit. I'm out.